Hello, Kiyo, and the audience at Passion Times in Hong Kong. My name is Benjamin Radford. I'm coming from Albuquerque, New Mexico, in the United States. I'm author of 10 books, most recently Bad Clowns, about scary and evil clowns around the world. I'm a folklorist and a researcher. I have degrees in education and psychology, and I write for Discovery News and other news outlets. And I'll be talking today about evil and scary clowns. Hope you enjoy it.
再請阿 Benjamin 咧，同大家講講究竟佢點解要編寫《Bad Clowns》呢本書。咁而作為一個嘅民族學者，又或者對一啲超自然現象感興趣嘅一個研究員，小丑喺佢心目中究竟係點嘅呢？
The clown character is very popular in the West and also particularly in the United States because it's a funny, humorous figure, but that's also a trickster figure. And so it has this sort of duality. So sometimes it's happy, sometimes it's sad, sometimes it's scary, sometimes it's funny. And that's one of the things that is really intriguing about these evil clowns. In my book, Bad Clowns, I discuss how the different types of clowns have emerged. So I would say that a bad clown is one that is somehow malicious or evil or makes people uncomfortable or uneasy. So some of them are fictional, some of them are real life, but there's all sorts of interesting aspects of the evil clown character. One of the most interesting things about studying clowns and particularly evil and bad clowns is looking at the historical context in terms of the folklore and the culture. It's really fascinating to see how the different incarnations and versions of the clown have emerged over the years. So I think probably the take-home message or the main part of my book is just what an interesting and wide variety of clown types there are in the world. There's Native American clowns, there's scary clowns, there's happy clowns, and it's really a much more complex subject than most people would think.
點解會有人係真係咁驚小丑呢？咁呢個問題呢，我就想請教今集嘅嘉賓啦 ，Benjamin， 麻煩同咁多位觀眾解釋一下。
There are several reasons why people are scared of clowns. One of them is, of course, that clowns often wear makeup, and when you have a person that's hiding their face, that can be scary, right? Because they're anonymous. You don't know who they are. You don't know what they're going to do. So part of it is the makeup and the masks, and part of it is, of course, that the clown is a performer, and you never really know quite what they're going to do. Are they going to make you laugh? Are they going to scare you? What's going on?
咁但係 Benjamin 啊，咁喺我身邊都有唔少人係驚小丑嘅。咁呢個世界上面係咪真係咁多人有呢個嘅 Coulrophobia 小丑恐懼症呢？咁如果有呢一種對小丑嘅恐懼，又使唔使話去接受啲咩嘅治療呢？
Many people are afraid of clowns, or at least claim to be afraid of clowns. Of course, just because you don't like a clown or are uneasy near one doesn't mean you're actually afraid of it. What you find is that most people who are genuinely afraid of clowns don't get treatment for it. They don't go to a therapist for it because they can control how close they are to clowns, right? If you're afraid of heights, don't go in tall buildings. If you're afraid of spiders, watch out for spiders. And if you're afraid of clowns, then just don't go to a circus.
我想問下 Benjamin， 點解近期嘅呢啲小丑目擊事件會喺美國咧導致一個咁大嘅恐慌呢？
There has been a recent outbreak of scary clown sightings and panics here in America. Part of it is due to pranksters and hoaxers, people who dress up in clown masks and scare people for fun. That's a lot of what's going on, but there's also some rumors and urban legends. You know, people hear stories and they repeat them, and of course the public can get scared. So that's part of what's going on. And I'm more concerned, frankly, about people overreacting to these panics than I am about anyone actually dressing up as a clown to hurt people.
OK， 咁我除咗話見到呢啲咁恐怖嘅小丑之外，會俾佢嚇咗一跳啦。咁其實呢啲嘅小丑目擊事件，至今為美國嘅社會大眾仲造成咗啲咩實質影響呢？
As far as the impact goes, basically what's happened so far is there's been a handful of schools that have been shut down because people are afraid of potential clown attacks. But again, most of these they're hoaxes and they're pranks. They're usually by school kids who don't want to go to school, which, is not surprising. So the fact is that there are not bands of evil clowns trying to threaten children in American schools, but of course the news media puts out these big scary stories.
咁 Benjamin， 我又想問你覺得呢啲嘅小丑目擊事件啊，喺未來個發展趨勢會係點呢？會越嚟越多啊，定還是會慢慢消失呢？
In terms of what happens in the future, I'm pretty sure that the recent clown scares are going to fade away. So there will be a few more over the next month, probably before Halloween. But after that, the sightings will sort of taper off, and people will have forgotten all about it. But there's a pattern to these, and these will almost certainly recur again. So it may be a few months, it may be a few years, but sooner or later, these scary clown stories are going to reemerge somewhere and start scaring people again.
嗱，Benjamin 你就喺美國居住啊，咁我都知道我有啲觀眾朋友咧係身處英美澳紐呢啲嘅地方噶，咁我就想問一問啦，咁如果你係嗰個地區即係有呢個小丑嘅目擊事件出現嘅嗰個地區嘅居民，咁你應該要做好啲咩嘅準備，又或者喺個心態上有啲咩嘅調節，去應對近期發生嘅呢一連串小丑目擊事件呢？
Probably the best way to deal with these clown scares is to remind the public that it's basically pranksters and hoaxers. There's not really actually a group of evil people dressing as clowns trying to scare people. There just isn't. Because it can be very scary to parents, especially if they think that there's really these clowns that are out there trying to harm and hurt children. So that's really the take-home message is, enjoy clowns for what they do, and don't be scared if you see a clown somewhere. He's probably just an innocent, happy clown. So again, it's a combination of urban legends, rumors, and a handful of hoaxes. And of course, in today's social media environment, these stories go viral and they go all over the world. And of course, that's what's happening now.
嗱，我仲有一個嘅疑問想請教阿 Benjamin， 就係點解呢啲嘅小丑目擊唔早出現，唔遲啲出現，而係喺正今年呢一個咁重要嘅年份，就係對美國人嚟講係一個總統嘅大選嘅年份啦。咁而且咧呢啲嘅小丑目擊嘅個案咧，就係喺今年嘅4月到依家，咁都係持續進行緊嘅。咁而11月就係總統大選啦。咁我就想請教阿 Benjamin， 就係呢啲嘅小丑目擊事件出現嘅原因，會唔會同呢一個美國總統大選有關呢？
One overlooked aspect of the scary clown phenomena is that oftentimes these clown panics are the result of social anxiety. People's fears and concerns sort of crystallize or manifest themselves in these scary clown sightings and reports. And it's not surprising that this time of year, certainly in America, we have an upcoming election. And a lot of Americans are very concerned about a Trump presidency or a Clinton presidency. And so you have real life concerns that are sort of being taken out on clowns sort of as scapegoats for that.
咁而根據阿 Benjamin 嗰本新書《Bad Clowns》嘅最後一個 chapter 就提到啦，就係今時今日小丑已經改頭換面，走到每一個人嘅生活入面。咁而且咧，你望住佢都認唔出咧，佢就係原本嘅小丑嚟㗎。咁究竟呢個講法係點嘅咧？不如請阿 Benjamin 同咁多位觀眾解釋一下。
In my book, in the last chapter, I argue that internet trolls are actually a modern version of the evil clown. This probably sounds strange or weird to some people, but I think it actually fits pretty well. What you find is that internet trolls, they can be cruel, they can be mean, and they're basically making fun of people, and they do it behind a mask of anonymity, so people don't know who they are. So, Passion Times audience in Kiyo, I hope you enjoyed my discussion of evil and scary clowns. If you'd like to learn more about me, you can see me at benjaminradford.com. And you can check out my books and see what other weird things I'm investigating and writing about. Thank you for your time and enjoy.